What is up? What is up? What is up, awesome people of the internet? Y'all, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and talk about some women's basketball. We are in round 2 of the NCAA tournament, and y'all, there's stuff to talk about because we have an upset. Bells should be flying around, all that stuff, guys. We have an upset. Duke. Yeah. Duke has taken down Ohio State. Duke has taken down Ohio State, and y'all, I was right. I made some wrong picks about some of the other games, but y'all, I was right about this. Duke took down Ohio State. We'll get into why exactly they won in just a hot sec. Also, Colorado took down Kansas State as well. That was a very good game, and in a game that I believe that Aaronette Von Lay is responsible for getting that win for Colorado. We'll discuss that again more in a sec. We'll also talk about South Carolina having just like total domination and destroying basically North Carolina. This was, they put on the clinic. And we're gonna get into the specifics of this one as well. And then we'll wrap up talking about LSU and how it looked like they were gonna get got, but they lucked out by having Middle Tennessee players foul out, and they got the dub. So yeah, we got a lot to get into, a whole lot to get into, and there's still games happening right now. Alabama's playing Texas right now. Texas is winning, 10-7. So yeah, guys, we got a lot to get into for women's college basketball. I hope you all have rested up. Hope y'all got a good night's sleep last night, because we are in for some more women's basketball. We may see some more upsets today. Who knows? Who absolutely knows? All right, let's see what y'all got to say in the comments. Eugene, I've loosely followed Athletes Unlimited loosely. This is the first year. It's been around for I believe 3 years, and this is the first year that I haven't like watched it as much as I did in years past, mainly because of the time period that they had it. Like I feel like in general this was not the best time to have Athletes Unlimited, because they pitted it against March Madness, and it's just it's not helpful. It's not helpful for fans who enjoy just watching women's basketball, period, for them to be able to watch Athletes Unlimited games and also catch every NCAA game. So yeah, it's a bit difficult. So no, I didn't watch like I have in years past. David said, just like last year when Indiana was number 2 in the polls, came to Iowa City and got beat. They then quickly lost in the Big Ten tournament, and then the second round to the NCAAs. This year, Ohio State came into Iowa City number 2 in the polls, then got drummed, then flamed out in the Big Ten, and got in round 2 of the NCAA. It's called the Hawkeye Hangover. Okay, David. Okay, David has a name for it, y'all. David has a name for it, and he is calling it the Hawkeye Hangover. Now, guys, let's specifically get into this game. Let's specifically get into this game, because Michaela said Quita ended up being right about Duke. I'm just saying, I'm right sometimes. I have been wrong, absolutely. And we went through that live stream yesterday of me going point by point how I was wrong about some of the upsets that I was anticipating. But this one was one that I was anticipating and I was right about. Because Duke, I felt Duke was just going to be the better team. Is Duke more talented than Ohio State? No, not at all. But I believe coming into this game that we were going to see a very, very disciplined Duke. Because as we keep seeing them play, like, remember, Duke's team is young. They're a young squad that is still learning how to play women's college basketball. And I every time I keep seeing them, I see more and more of like the pieces just sort of clicking in their heads, and they're making better reads. They're making better decisions on offense and on defense. And I felt like their defense was going to carry them throughout the game, and they were going to have a resurgence of offense. And also, I believe that that Kara Lawson, the head coach for Duke, was going to outcoach Kevin McGuff, who's the head coach for Ohio State. Like, y'all, I'm a believer in Kara Lawson. Kara Lawson does these huge, lofty speeches, long-winded, talks a lot about her program. But y'all, she's really created something special. She's really created something special at Duke, and she's making these girls believe. They're believing that they can do it. They are working hard together, and it feels like they're not thinking when they're playing, which is good, right? You want to feel like you kind of have the game plan all in your head, where you don't have to really think as the game is happening. And I felt like towards the end of the game, that was sort of like what Ohio State was just doing too much thinking. And Duke was just playing free, and it looked really, really good. So, huge shout out to Cody McMahon for Duke. I mean, for Ohio State. Cody McMahon, she tried her best. She played her heart out in this game. When you talk about Ohio State, they're a team that I would say kind of has the big three, right? You have Cody McMahon. You have JC Sheldon, who is really, really the star of the show for this program. You have Taylor Theory, who can show up at big times as well. But today it was just Cody McMahon. Cody McMahon showed up. She had 27 points. She tried her best in the game, but she needed her other co-star. She needed JC Sheldon. JC Sheldon played every minute of this game. However, she just wasn't her normal JC self. She wasn't. And partially that's because of Duke's defense, but also she was just off. She was just off today. And that's something to keep in mind, guys. Like, it wasn't great. Also, Celeste Taylor, wasn't that great either. She didn't play that much in this game because she was fouled out. she got fouled out in this game. She only played 28 minutes. Had she not got fouled out, she would have played the whole game, and maybe Duke would have lost. But Ohio State needs all of their players. They need Cody, Celeste, JC, Taylor. They need these players to show up and show out for them to have a chance. And we saw Duke came out rough in this game. Rough. They were down. I think they were down like 16 points or something at one point. And then slowly, they walk you down. Slowly they walk you down, and then they're back in the game. And it was their defense that turned into some offensive momentum, and that's something that Duke can do. And if you're not careful, they're gonna walk you down, and you're gonna look up, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, they're winning! Whoa! Duke is back in this game. I gotta get going. I have to get going." Duke is dangerous. Duke is such a dangerous squad. I talked about it before, but I hope now maybe some of y'all, are recognizing that they're dangerous. They're young and they're unafraid. They are young and unafraid. And that's what you need to get some upsets in March. That is exactly what you need. Shout out to just Duke for just doing a thing. Reagan Richardson, player of the game. This girl scoring buckets, man, buckets. And it wasn't just 2-pointers, She was perfect from the 3-point line. She had 28 points in this game. When you talk about Duke, yes, absolutely they have defense. But Reagan showed you that they got some offense too. And they can light it up. They can light it up. In that fourth quarter, we talked about we talked about the defense of Duke. But in that fourth quarter, they did their thing. They prevented Ohio State from really actually making a comeback. It was funny because I was like, I just felt that, okay, Ohio State's going to make another run. And I still thought that Duke was going to win, but I thought it was going to be a slightly closer game. But Duke was like, no, we're not going to let you back in. We're not going to let you back in this game. We're going to close it out. We trust our coach. And we're going to rock out in this game. And we're going to win convincingly. And that is exactly what they did. So shout out to Duke. They look good, and again, foul trouble. Foul trouble is what costs Ohio State the game. You have to not foul. Like, you can't, when you are trying to win this game, you cannot have dumb fouls. And that's exactly what Ohio State had in that second half. Dumb fouls that cost, their best players to be on the bench. It's not smart. It is not smart. Ohio State, yes, was the better team. On paper, Ohio State was the better team. They just didn't show it today. They didn't show it. On their home court, they didn't show it. They got by the team who finished their season 22-11. They got against a team who was 7th in the ACC. Now this is an Ohio State team that won the Big Ten this season. They look very good, but they got to the 7th ranked team in the ACC. I'm just saying, this Duke team is scary, and as Kara Lawson continues to get more pieces, they're going to be a team that y'all gonna have to reckon with in the future. You're going to have to reckon with the amazingness of Duke. And who knows? Duke is on Sarah Strong's list. Who knows? Maybe she goes there. I'm just saying. Who knows? All right, guys. I do have a super chat to shout out. Shout out to DJ Nivik. Thank you so much for the super chat, or super sticker, actually. It is a pair character jumping up and down and saying #1 fan. Appreciate you, DJ. For the financial support. All right, let's see what y'all have to say about that. CJ says Duke can beat UConn. Yeah, I think it's possible. Yeah, I think it's possible. JB says, I really hope Duke gets Sarah Strong. They're truly one elite player away from truly being a problem. Yes. Love what Kara Lawson has done with this program. Yeah. And to think, like, Duke actually had a rough start in the Kara Lawson era because she joined the team as the head coach. COVID happened. They had to suspend their season. Then they weren't really good. And then it was like, is this Kara Lawson era going to work for Duke? And then all of a sudden, all she just needed was just a little bit of time with these players, a little bit of time to sort of build confidence, build ability. And now we're seeing what the Kara Lawson era is all about. You know, all she needed was a little bit of time. Because I remember when they hired her, and then, you know, COVID season, they stopped. I can't remember exactly why, but they decided not to finish out their season, and you know, the next season not that good, and you know, even this season, you know, they finished 7th. Yes, they had some really good games, but like you felt like they were still building something. Y'all, it's built for the most part. It is built. It is built. So I am so excited about the future of Duke because they're gonna be fun team to watch. Written 12, thank you so much for the super chat. I so appreciate it. Jaden says Sarah Strong coming to UConn. I mean, that's not official yet. So we don't know for sure. Joe says never got a notification. Well, make sure your YouTube notifications are on. Just because you turn on the notifications for the channel does not mean you'll see an actual notification. Your YouTube notifications have to be on your channel. I mean, on your phone. Eric says Kara Lawson took a page out of her old coach's book, Pat Summitt, that defense wins games. Yeah, absolutely. Defense wins games. Like we are in an era of women's basketball that there is an increased focus, not just on scoring points. Sure, score points, but also you're going to win championships through your defense. Guys, if y'all get that like button, that would be fantastic. We got like 300 people in the chat, but we only have 61 likes. If y'all get that like button, that would be pretty awesome. So yeah, continuing on with talking about Duke. And guys, we will talk about South Carolina. We will talk about LSU. We will talk about Colorado in just a hot sec. Just want to wrap up talking about Duke because this was the upset of the day so far. The other games, we expected those teams to win, but this was the upset. So I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about this and sort of explaining why I believe Duke won and why they're going to be a problem in the future. So when we look at this team, yes, that commenter hit it right on the nail. This team is created by Kara Lawson. Kara Lawson is from the Pat Summitt tree. Y'all, the Pat Summitt tree, one day I'll do a video about it. The Pat Summitt tree is large. It's a large tree of former coaches and former assistant coaches and former players who have, sat under the greatest coach, the greatest women's basketball coach, in my opinion, ever, which is Pat Summitt. Pat Summitt was a legend at Tennessee, and she has built a legacy that could never be beaten. Sure, you can have more wins than her, but like the impact that she had on the game, the impact that her teams had on the game, like just the legendary status of them from the 90s to the 2000s. Like Tennessee was balling, and for Coach Pat Summitt, it wasn't just about scoring. It was also about defense. It was also about making sure that you lock down defensively, and that's something that Kara Lawson has took to heart and brought over to Duke. And we're seeing a squad that was built on defense first. They were built on defense first, and their offense comes. It's a similar thing. It's a similar thing to Ole Miss in a way. Ole Miss is a team that is built on defense. That is their ethos. If they're not going to do anything else, they're going to play some defense. The question is where they score. And today, Duke showed that they can score too. Reagan Richardson can score. She showed y'all today. She had 28 points in this game on a pretty efficient 11 of 18 from the field. 3 of 3 from the 3-point line. They showed that they can shoot when they need to, and they are able to defensively handle the ball. So this Duke team is fun. This Duke team is very, very fun, and y'all, I just have to say, man, we are going to, in the future, we gonna have a lot more speeches from Coach Carrie Lawson, because that's what she do. She do these long-winded speeches, and she like philosophizes, or if that's even a word, about women's basketball and the game and whatnot. And I just love it, man. Like I just love it. But yeah, Duke is here. They're here to stay. They took down Ohio State. Ohio State got because they were outsmarted. It was a coaching battle, and Duke had the better coach in this game. Duke made adjustments. Duke made adjustments in that second quarter to get them back in the game. And once they got back in the game, Ohio State just never made adjustments again. It felt like they never really made adjustments. And that's what cost them the game. So, it is what it is. Duke wins 75-63. It's a sad ending to the amazing career that J.C. Sheldon has had at Ohio State. She has been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it's sad to see her, go out on such a bad personal game for herself. But that is how the cookie crumbles, and she will be in the WNBA soon enough, and we will see where she goes. Michaela says those monologues be hidden. They do, man. That lady know how to talk. That lady knows how to talk. MMA Lifestyle says you see Celeste Taylor's dad trying to go at a fan about his daughter's performance against her old team. Dude, I didn't see it. Mr. Joe says LSU hasn't been able to replace Alexis Morris. Yeah, true. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about UCLA. Kyra says, just so everyone has time to see it, then to join in time to catch the beginning. What? Oh, Kyra says, if possible, maybe try putting up a 10-minute countdown before you get on live. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that. Like, you mean just like start the stream and just have it on like a 10-minute timer? I could do that. If that's what you're saying, Kyra. Please elaborate further. Thank you so much, Dis Vintage 182 for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Dis Vintage says Malaysia Fulwale. Yes, y'all. Yes, we're gonna talk about Malaysia Fulwale because she just, this girl shot out of a cannon. Like, she was so good today. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her. And actually, we'll get into her right now. But another shout out to Vic. Thank you so much, Vic, for the super chat. Vic says, thank you, Q, for your part in making women's basketball, both college and pros, so much fun. This platform is fantabulous. I love that word, fantabulous. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the financial support. And yeah, I really want to make this a community where we can all get together and all talk about the game that we love, and get in on each other about how teams are doing, and just really get into the game. We're able to get a lot more into the weeds than you will ever see on TV. And so yeah, I appreciate you rocking with me. Kyra says, yep, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, the timer would be fire even a 5-minute time. Yeah, I could do that. Actually, real quick, back to Ohio State. MMA Lifestyle says sent you. Okay, so let me check that now. I won't share your handle. I won't share your handle. Do I have? Did you send it? Did you send that to me? I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see it. On Instagram, cause I'm in this. Okay. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Okay. All right. Thank you, Deke. Really appreciate that. Really do. Vic says, hit the like button, y'all. It's free. It is free, y'all. It is free. It is free 99. Free 99. So yeah, we gonna talk about Big Lay, Malaysia, Full Wally. Y'all. This actually let's just quickly recap this game. And then we're gonna get into the specifics of the players who were just fantastic. Just fantastic. So as you can see here, we saw South Carolina utterly demolish North Carolina. So North Carolina played South Carolina earlier this season in the SEC ACC Challenge, and when they played each other, UNC was at home, and they almost got South Carolina. Deja Kelly went off on that game. She did very, very well offensively. And, South Carolina looked a little suspect in that game. And it's clear that they remembered that. They remembered it. They bottled it up. And they said, yep, not happening again. Not happening again. And they just... They went off. They went off. One thing to note is that, North Carolina has dealt with some injuries, and, some of their guards are injured. So, that's a thing, but also South Carolina just dominated in this game. So you can see the final score, 88-41. It really was from the start. It was from the start. South Carolina came in the game foot on the gas from the get-go. Not even a little bit of a easing into the game. Nah, they started off the game and they started making some buckets. North Carolina went on to a very, very quick lead in the game, and then that was it. You had Ashland scoring. You had Camila Cardoso scoring. You had Chloe Kitts getting a jumper. You had people were getting a shots in. And then Malaysia Full Wally came off the bench and just started lighting it up. And Tessa Johnson came in the game, continued to light it up, and it was just in the first quarter. It was 28. South Carolina, 8 North Carolina. And it was like, well, game's over. Game's over, because it wasn't just offense. Because we talk about, again, similarly to Duke, this is a team that, like, defensively, that's their hallmark right there. Yes, of course, they can hit buckets, but y'all, their calling card is defense. And y'all, I felt so bad. I felt so bad, so bad for Deja Kelly in this game, because she was just... It's like she was hit by a buzzsaw. It's like she was hit by a buzzsaw all day today. She's a player who, can go off for North Carolina, but Deja Kelly comes down the court. Who's guarding her? Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson is getting Deja Kelly. Raven Johnson, goes to the bench. Who comes in? Malaysia Fulwale. Buzzsaw. And y'all, it was a nightmare for Deja Kelly basically the entire game. She had a really, really bad game. 6 turnovers, only 7 points, only 2 assists, 2 of 13 from the field. She couldn't get anything. Deja Kelly had a great game the last time these two teams played, and they said not again. They said not again. Deja, you ain't killing us. You ain't killing us, Deja. And oh my goodness, the 1-2 punch of Raven Johnson and Malaysia Fulwale is just. I was like, man, I was wow. I was woo-wee. It was a lot. It was a whole lot, y'all. It was a whole lot. And yeah, I'm focusing on both of those players defensively because I thought they were fantastic in this game. But it wasn't just defense, right? You know, Raven Johnson, I thought she had a great game. Sure, she only had 2 points in this game, but like I thought in terms of defensive production, she's really good. She had 3 steals in this game. She was active hands throughout. And then we talk about the other players. We talk about the other players. We talk about, again, Malaysia Fulwale coming off the bench. She had 20 points in this game. She has hit another gear. After that benching that she got in that North Carolina game earlier this season, after that, she focused, got a lot better defensively, and also we have seen more offensive production from her as well. Again, this is like her second or third game with basically having like a team high. Like she was doing her thing. Malaysia Fulwale was doing her thing, but it wasn't just her. It was the other freshman on the team. It was Tessa Johnson. Tessa Johnson was doing her thing as well. She had 3 3-pointers, and she was getting them buckets. She was getting them buckets. All she had was 3-pointers and 2 free throws. But like, it was, the bench production was crazy. Chloe Kitts came off the bench. We did see, I think for the rest of the NCAA tournament, she does come off the bench. For the rest of the tournament, she does come off the bench, because I think having Watkins and Cardoso both together in the starting lineup, I think it's a great combination. Yes, Chloe Kitts is phenomenal. She really is. And yes, Chloe Kitts should be a starter. But, they got an abundance of riches. They got an abundance of riches in South Carolina. So you have Chloe coming off the bench, and she gives instant production, very, very efficient from the floor today, had 12 points. You have Tessa Johnson coming off the bench, putting in some points as well. You have Sanaya Fagan coming off the bench, bringing in some good points. Like, everybody ate today. And especially from the 3-point line, they ate. Malaysia and Tessa was like, okay, yeah, we getting these threes. We getting these threes. It's not just Tahina Pow who can hit some threes. We can also hit some threes as well. So shout out to South Carolina. They just, oh my goodness, that was a game, y'all. That was, from beginning to end, that was a fun game. That was a fun game to watch. Andre says, first of all, thank you, Andre, so much for the super chat. Andre says, I was at the South Carolina-North Carolina game, and it was raining threes. It was raining threes. If South Carolina plays like this for the rest of the tournament, it's over for everybody else. Hashtag awesome people of the internet. I mean, yeah, if they play like this, it's going to be hard for someone to beat them. Though, as I always say, they still can get got. But if they play like this, it's not likely. If they continue to play like this, because I was like, whoo. This was the first time. I feel like it was the first time against a really good squad that I felt like from the get-go, South Carolina was ready. Like one of the things that I noticed sometimes is that, yes, South Carolina is very talented, but they have slow starts. Today was not a slow start. Today was not a slow start at all. And if we continue to see fast starts like this from South Carolina, I mean, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough to see them lose, because it's just, they got a lot. They got a lot. Sheree says Tessa was on fire at the game. I was there. Arena energy was high. I mean, it sounded like it. Not your average 10K says Chloe is a mid-range threat. She is. Absolutely she is. Chloe Targaryen was beasting today. Yep. Tessa was balling. Yep. Lots of people giving love for Tessa Johnson. Lots of people giving love for her. Darius says, I think North Carolina was off after the immediate foul in the first 4 seconds of the game. Yeah. It's pretty rare that you see like, whoop, quick foul, free throws, for a team in the first, like right off the tip. So yeah, it was rough, guys. It was very rough. It was very, very rough. Yeah, Marcus says, yeah, Quita, I never saw Deja get guarded like that. Yeah, she was, y'all, it was insane. It was insane the way that they were guarding Deja Kelly. Like, she couldn't do nothing. Y'all. She couldn't. And I want to make sure that y'all don't leave this game thinking that that Deja Kelly's a bad player. Deja Kelly's a very good player. She's a very, very good player. But it was just that South Carolina was, it was nothing she could do. It was nothing she can do. So don't talk crap about Deja Kelly. Deja Kelly has some talent, but she's playing a point guard position, which she wouldn't be playing if North Carolina didn't have the injuries that they had. And I feel like she just couldn't. There was nothing she could do to contend with the defensive firepower that was South Carolina. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. South Carolina does their thing against a really good North Carolina team, a very good North Carolina team. Not your average 10K says, not to mention when she was open, she couldn't hit nothing. And she's normally beasting. Yeah. I think she was tired, y'all. She was tired. It's tough. All right, y'all. I think that's enough talk about South Carolina. So yeah. Guys, we're going to talk about Colorado real quick, and then we're going to get into LSU, because it seems like a lot of y'all in the chat want to talk about LSU. We're going to talk about them in just a sec, but real quick, before we do, I do want to talk about, and yeah, we're going to talk about Big Foe. But first, I do want to talk about this Colorado K-State game. And the reason why I want to talk about this Colorado K-State game is because I thought this game was won early on in the game when it was still pretty like evenly matched, and it was like, who knows what's going to be the end result of this. I feel like the game was decided early on by Aronette Vonleh. Now, guys, Aronette Vonleh, she didn't have the most points on the team, right? She was not. If you're looking at the start, Y'all hear Mr. President barking? Y'all hit his dog barking? Um, so Erinette Vonleh to me was the star of the show because yeah, she didn't have the most points in this game. Didn't at all. So if you're looking at stats, yeah, you're not gonna talk about Erinette Vonleh. But if you watch the game, especially that first half, you saw how Colorado won this game. And they won it by defending the post. That's what they did. They won it by defending the post, and it was Erinette Vonleh who did it. Y'all, this girl finished with 7 steals in this game. 7 steals. And it was every time. It felt like every time that K-State was trying to get the ball in the post to Ayoka Lee, it was Erinette. It was Erinette. Every time it was Erinette, it was Erinette, it was Erinette. And I was like, man, can y'all work on a different entry pass to Ayoka Lee? Because she was getting swallowed up by Erinette Vonleh. So I think, in my opinion, the star of the game really is Erinette Vonleh. Yes, she only finished with 9 points. But she had 7 steals in this game. She had 7 rebounds as well. And she was the player who shut down Ayoka Lee. And that was the only way that Kansas State would actually win would be if Ayoka Lee went off. And she didn't. Ayoka Lee had 10 points in this game? That's all she had, was 10 points. So I'm just saying, you know, shout out to Erinette Vonleh. I thought she played great. Of course, you know, also Quay Miller, I thought she did her thing as well. She had a double-double in this game, 10 points, 10 rebounds. You know, so shout out to all the Colorado Buffaloes out there. Y'all did the job. Y'all got it done. I wouldn't call it an upset, but it was a 5-4 win. So, you know, something to talk about. Guys, my dog, he always be barking. He always be barking, y'all. Karan says Vonleh was big today. Her stats might not show it, but boy, she showed it. She did. And again, you had to have actually like watched the game to like really see what she was doing and how she was frustrated in what K-State was trying to do. Adrian says Mr. President is shouting out Erinette Vonleh. Oh man, yeah. Miss It says Vonleh was on it. I don't know the stats, but I feel like she was all over the ball. She was. She really, really was. Carmela says Colorado upset K-State, changed my bracket. Them and Ohio State losing are my upsets of the day. Well, that's a pretty good bracket then. I mean, only two upsets. Not that bad. Not that bad. Early says Quay Miller. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Really, really good. Really, really, really good. All right, guys. There is so much talk about LSU in the chat. I guess we got to go to LSU. We got to talk about LSU, guys. Cause y'all really, really want to talk about LSU. So we gonna get into LSU, okay? We gonna talk about LSU. All right. So LSU beat Middle Tennessee 83-56. And guys, we talk about how much firepower that this team has, right? How much offensive firepower that this team had, but it was this game was not that early on. Yes, the game, if you just look at the final score, 83-56, you're like, LSU dominated, but not really. It was Middle Tennessee who gave this team a run for their money. Before the game, ESPN was in the locker room with Middle Tennessee, and I forgot their coach's name, but he told the ladies today. He said, "Hey, people, your grandkids are going to know about what you did today." And I felt like he really he got them motivated. He was like, he got them to believe in themselves. And Middle Tennessee did their thing in that first half. They absolutely did their thing, and they were winning at halftime. But Rick Insell, there we go. Thank you so much, Brooke. I thought that he, first of all, I personally really like that coach. I do. He made his team believe. He made his team believe that they could do it. And it looked like they could do it in the first quarter. But then, guys, it was a tale of two halves. Yes. We saw Middle Tennessee do their thing in the first half, but in the second half, we have this we have a series of players for LSU who showed up and did they thing in this game. Now guys, I thought, we talk about all the time. We talk about Angel Reese for LSU, and that's like a huge player that we talk about. We talk about Haley Van Lith a lot, but y'all, big foe, Flau'jae Johnson did her thing today and was, a huge factor as being the reason why this LSU team actually won the game. Flau'jae Johnson had 21 points in this game, and she was getting big buckets when they needed to. She was also getting to the foul line when LSU needed to as well. Flau'jae Johnson is a player who is just a consistent person that Kim Mulkey can count on. It's just, if stuff isn't working with Angel or Anissa Morrow or something like that, you know you can count on Big Foe. Big Foe, she is that girl. She doesn't get as much shine as the other players, but y'all, she can ball. And she did her thing today, and was the reason why, partially was the reason why this team was able to get the dub. It was the way she was playing defense. It was her making the right reads on offense. It was her getting her shot off. That's what it was. We talk about the different personnel that this team has, right? And we can just go down the list. You had Flau'jae Johnson leading the team off with 21 points in this game. She did her thing. We had Angel Reese, 20 points in this game. 11 rebounds in this game. 2 steals, might I add. We had Anissa Morrow, 19 points in this game. Did her thing. Y'all, Anissa Morrow, she shot a 3. She was trying to get that long range to work. I mean, I think she got it like 1 or 2 times. She got it to fall, but Anissa Morrow and her hustle on the offensive end, rebounding the ball, making some pretty sweet passes. There was one pass where I believe it was Anissa Morrow. She had the ball and she did like a spin move and she was doubled and she tossed it down to Angel Reese, and Angel Reese laid it up. It was very, very good reads that at times LSU was making in this game. I thought overall they controlled the ball way better than they did in the last game. They only had 7 turnovers in this game. 7. And they had over 20 in that last game against Rice. So we saw a better a better and more disciplined LSU team today than what we did on Friday. And I would say that when we talk about this LSU squad, they can be very dangerous. They can be very dangerous. A thing to note, guys, is that Haley Van Lith did not have a great game. I feel like she got cooked several times on defense. And she was just a little bit slow. And so Kim Mulkey took her out. She came off the bench for the second half, and I believe the words that ESPN said where they said she was inconsolable. It's rough, She was benched for last year POA. It is what it is. This is the NCAA tournament, so we expect coaches to make whatever moves they think is necessary to actually win the game, right? So Kim thought that, okay, our best bet is to have last tier POA do her thing, and let's have her start the second half. And we saw Haley Van Lith on the bench. I don't think it's that huge of a deal. I do think it's important for Haley to just still keep her head in the game, because yes, you had a rough game. You've had a rough series of games lately, and you just gotta get out the slump. And make stuff happen. So anyway, she was benched, so I did want to mention that as well. But yeah, the other elephant in the room that I would be, what's that phrase? I would be remiss if I didn't say, is that Middle Tennessee had some huge foul trouble, and that so we saw a huge gap between first half to second half for LSU. Yes, it was because Big Fo was doing her thing. Yes, it was because LSU overall was hitting shots in that second half. Yes, but also it was because of the foul trouble that Middle Tennessee got in. Huge foul trouble. So they had three players foul out in this game. They had three players with 4 fouls in this game. And that really messed up their momentum. So Middle Tennessee is a team that doesn't really play the bench. They don't. They play like 6 players a game for the most part. And those 6 players are the engines that keep this team going. They keep this team winning. And LSU was smart. I think they must have done some sort of a falling exercise or something before the game or something. And I was like, they were so smart, because they were falling in a way that was making the refs call the offensive fouls on Middle Tennessee. Smart basketball. Very, very smart basketball. And it was genius. It was genius for LSU. Genius to get this team in foul trouble, because that's what you needed to do. You needed to get them in a tough situation by forcing them to play their bench. And man, LSU did their thing. They did their thing. Got Middle Tennessee in foul trouble, and it was basically over from there. But not only can you not only do you need to do a good job of getting those fouls called against you, but you also need to make your shots. And when they needed to, they made the shots. When they needed to, they made the shots. Michaela says it's smart, but the audience is not gonna like it. Oh yeah, about them drawing those calls. Marcus says LSU is more hated for sure. Shiloh says stop hating and give them their props. I feel like I am, but I don't know. I feel like I am giving them their props. Alex said, yeah, it's called flopping, Quita. It was effective. It was effective. It was smart by LSU. It was very, very smart. Shout out to JB, Mod JB. Thank you so much for the super chat. JB says, I cannot believe this is my first super chat, but LSU responded like champs in the second half with a 51-15 run, clamp session, and drawing fouls. Lock in like that, and they can beat anyone. Awesome people of the internet. I do agree with you there, JB. First of all, thank you so much for the super chat. Mod extraordinaire, JB. Yeah, they played very well. And yes, I do agree if they play like the way they played in that second half, sky's the limit. I mean, again, guys, I have LSU making it to the national championship game. I do. Now they have a date with UCLA coming up. They have a date with UCLA, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So yeah. Yeah, I do see them. I do see them making it far. Kyra says, I don't think Haley Van Lith understands how to play defense. She was terrible. I've seen Haley Van Lith play defense before. I think she knows how. I think it's just she was just off today. I think I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think she was just off today. Yeah, I think she was just off. I have seen Haley Van Lith play some pretty solid defense at times. Now, is she an extremely consistent defender? No, but at times I have seen her do her thing at times defensively. Today was not that day. Yeah, and that happens. That happens sometimes. Anye says they got the dub because they started sharing the ball. That too. That part. I think that's the key, right? For this LSU team, it's not about, yes, we all know these players can score. Yes. This team is basically an all-star team. You have top talent. You have, Angel Reese on your team. You have Anissa Morrow, All-American Anissa Morrow, who was absolutely dominating heart of her team when she was at DePaul. A player that everybody respected in women's college basketball last season. Like, you have her now on your team. You have Haley Van Lith, who was lighted up for Louisville. Yes, last year. Yes, not that great of a season so far this season, but like if you look at what she did last year for Louisville, Haley Van Lith was great. You have Michaela Williams, one of the top incoming freshmen in the league this year. You have Flau'jae Johnson, who is a straight up bucket whenever she wants it and a defensive nightmare. This team has a lot of talent. The only thing is, can you get them to play like a team? And I felt like the second half, they played like a team and they got the dub. We'll see if that continues, but yeah. David, thank you so much for the super chat. Whoa, that's a big super chat. Thank you so much, David. David says Flau'jae was giving props to Haley Van Lith's defensive play today. Oh, cool. I gotta listen to the post game presser. Guys, listen to JB. JB says, please keep it respectful and classy in the chat. Awesome people of the internet family. Yeah. Guys, say your point. Absolutely. Say your point. Say it with your chest. Say it proud, whatever you want to say. However, just keep it respectful. Keep it respectful. Remember that there is someone on the other side of your comment. So, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Marcus says Middle Tennessee assistant coach said they were better than LSU at the halftime speech to them. I mean, what do you expect them to say? I would say the same thing. Like, I don't know. Like, these coaches have to figure out a way to motivate their team and to get their team to show up on the biggest of stages and do something that no one expects them to do. So, I'm okay with that. Is it delusional? Yes, but at the same time, his job is not what people think about what he said. His job is the players on Middle Tennessee. Hey, they said that Middle Tennessee was better than Louisville, and they could beat Louisville, and look what happened. They beat Louisville. I think I think that's what coaches should do. To be like, yeah, we could beat this team. Yeah, we got this. We could beat them. Give motivation to your team. Give motivation to your team. Yeah, it's uphill battle. Yeah, no one thinks you could do it. But I don't see the problem with that at all. Like that's what you're supposed to do as a coach. You're not supposed to be like, okay, all right, second half about to start. This team way better than us, but y'all could try y'all best. Maybe we'll hope to win. No. Nah, man. You gotta encourage your team and be like, yeah, we can do this. We got this. Don't worry about it. We got this. I am Joe says, right, coaches are supposed to encourage their teams no matter what they have to say. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, we can laugh about it and whatnot, but like, I mean, bring your confidence up. That's what coaches are supposed to do. That's what coaches are supposed to do. Yeah, Alex, you're right. Alex is right. Alex said it didn't look delusional at that time. It didn't. Yeah, because they were doing their thing. They were doing their thing. Yeah, DJ says it's coach's job to instill confidence in their team. Facts. Mr. Joe says Haley Van Lith is not a point guard. No, she's not. She's a shooting guard. Yeah, Michaela. JB says if Creighton plays spoiler tomorrow, this chat will be sick because you wouldn't even know UCLA plays tomorrow if you didn't know better. Yeah. If they could pull up the upset, hey, I'm here for it. I am 100%. Now I am 5,000% here for it. If they can pull off that upset, I am down. Malik says, what do you think will happen in the Iowa State versus Stanford game? Will Brink shut down Audie? No, I don't think Brink shuts down Audie. I do think that Stanford wins, but I do think Audie Crooks cooks. I think she cooks. Facts, David. Carmelo says, "Bring your confidence up" should be on a shirt. I mean, hey, yeah, maybe we'll make a shirt design for that because I think that'll be because that's true though, right? Like just because you are in a impossible situation where you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna win, you know, in this particular case, Middle Tennessee with the game, but like in life, you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't know how I'm gonna get this, or like whatever. Get your confidence up, man. Get your confidence up. You can do it. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. Chicode says Angel isn't a center, but she's putting in work. Yeah, Angel's not a center. No, Angel's a power forward. Um, yeah, she's not a center. I mean, she plays it at times, but she's not a center, in my opinion. Triple X, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Haley Van Lith, Flage, Last Tier Poa, Anissa Morrow, and Angel Reese with Poa as point forward. That'd be interesting. I mean, I would say Poa as the point guard, Haley Van Lith as the shooting guard, Flau'jae Johnson as the small forward, and then Morrow and Reese. But you know, I think you know it's possible that that we see Kim Mulkey kind of shake up the starting lineup. It's possible. It's possible that we will see that because you know you need a spark, right? And see what happens. See what happens. Thank you so much, Donata, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Terry says Big Four is not a point. She's not a point guard. No. I think Big Foe is a fantastic small forward. Miss Peach says, I think Michaela, I assume that's who you mean, Michaela Williams should come off the bench. I mean, I think Kim Mulkey could probably try it. Who knows? I think if she comes off the bench, I think she still bees. I think she'll still be very, very productive for the squad as well. Yeah. So. Anyway, guys, that's basically the stream, guys. I just wanted to recap some of the games that happened today. We talked about Ohio State getting got to Duke, and this was my prediction. I told y'all this was gonna happen. I was wrong about some other stuff. I was wrong about quite a few things, especially in round one, but I was right about this one. So I'm gonna take my victory lap while I have a chance before I'm wrong about something else with my predictions. And guys, let me know in the chat how is your bracket doing? Let me know in the chat how your bracket is doing. Let me know. We also talked about Colorado defeating K-State. They did their thing. You know, it's fun. It was very, very fun. We also talked about South Carolina and how they were just a buzzsaw. Just a buzzsaw against North Carolina. They look great. They look great. I mean, what else is there to say, guys? This team looks absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We talked about LSU and how they were able to take down Middle Tennessee and how Middle Tennessee gave them a run for their money. But in the end, it was Big Foe. It was Anissa Morrow. It was Michaela Williams who did their thing to secure the dub for LSU. MMA Lifestyle, thank you so much for the super chat. Says I added you on your Juju post on IG. Okay, let me take a look at that. Let me take a look at that. Um. Oh yeah. Okay. I see you on Instagram. Okay. All right. But did you send a message? Oh, check this out. Okay. All right. Sorry, MMA lifestyle. Hold on. It wasn't letting me. Wait. So MMA lifestyle. All I see is you said check this out, and then I don't see anything in the message. So. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, so if you could follow up with the link or something. I don't know. I see check this out, but I don't see anything in there. MMA lifestyle. Sorry, this is like so difficult for you to like share whatever you it says unsupported message. Use the mobile app to view this message. Okay. All right. I guess I got to use my phone. Hold on, guys. MMA lifestyle is sending me something. Hmm. Oh, well, yeah. I mean I mean yeah, first of all, MMA lifestyle, thank you so much for sending me this. I am looking at it now, and yeah, I mean, he got to stick up for her. You know, he feels like he has to stick up for her. Yeah, he's Celeste Taylor. Yeah, he is connected with the fans. Celeste Taylor's dad is connecting with fans on Twitter about their thoughts about his daughter. I mean, I see parents do that. Like I see Rikia Jackson's mom, you know, post on Twitter when like sometimes when people are going in or her daughter gets slighted or something like that. I see Angel Reese's mom doing the same thing. Like, you know, parents do that. Parents do that. It is kind of awkward though for a player's parent to you know reply to your message and like challenge your thoughts about their kid. It may be best to just stay out the fray, but you know some parents want to do that. They want to get in the fray and talk about some stuff. But thank you so much, MMA Lifestyle, for sending me that. Tosha, thank you, Tasha. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tasha says Haley has to have a good game for us to beat UCLA. I agree. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely. RC says my bracket is on critical support. Whoa. Elsbeth says 96% bracket so far. Ohio State gave you my second wrong choice. Wow. Elsbeth, congratulations. You are good. You are good. Wow. Daniel says my bracket is perfect. What? No one predicts games better than me. I might get broken in the next round. I'm predicting some upsets there. I just don't don't see South Carolina going undefeated or LSU beating Iowa. Okay. Daniel is perfect so far. Wow, guys. Where are y'all? Where are y'all in y'all brackets? My bracket is on life support. My bracket's on life support. CJ says, who do you have winning it all? I have South Carolina winning it all. I have two brackets. In my first bracket, I have South Carolina winning, and in my second bracket, I have LSU winning. So, I think it's going to be one of those teams that are going to win the whole thing. It's possible that someone else wins, but you know, as of right now, I don't see it. even with like the rough start that LSU has had, I still think they are likely to make the championship game. But first, they have to get through UCLA, and then they have to get through Iowa, which I do believe they'll do. Michael says, "What is Haley Van Lith doing after the season?" I think she's gonna go for another season at LSU. I think she's gonna go for another season. Thank you so much, Selena, for the super chat. Selena says, "Thank you for providing the space for us. I love all the interactions. Let's go, South Carolina." Thank you so much, Selena, for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the financial support as well. Honestly says, "What it do, Q and awesome people of the internet." What up, honestly? What up, honestly? I hope you are doing fantastic. About the conversation of parents interacting with fans, Derek says, "Moms need to stop that." Michaela says, "Ashley Jones' dad did something similar with Caitlyn." I mean, parents do that. Like, if I was a parent, I'd probably have that inkling to do it as well. However, I think it makes best sense to just stay out of the fray. But at the same time, I'm not gonna tell a parent what they can and cannot say about their kid online. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think we will continue to see parents hopping on to social media to get at people who they feel are criticizing unfairly their kid. And I say unfairly in quotes because, the parent decides what they believe is unfair. But yeah. Carmela says, "LSU has to get through UCLA. I think they'll win against Iowa." Yeah, I think if we see the team-oriented version of LSU, if we see the team that we have seen in that we saw late in today's game, where we see Flau'jae doing her thing, Michaela doing her thing, Anissa Morrow doing her thing, Angel Reese continue to get another double. I think they will beat UCLA. But who knows? Who absolutely knows? Who absolutely knows? McKenna says, "What do you think Angel Reese is going to do? Stay at LSU or go to the WNBA? Love you. Thanks for posting so frequently." Well, thanks for that. McKenna, I am not totally sure. I think it is very, very much possible that we see Angel Reese leave and go to the WNBA. I also think it's possible that she stays. I think it would be best for her game for her to stay. I think Haley Van Lith will be Haley Van Lith. I think Angel Reese will be drafted high in the first round. She probably doesn't make it to number 8. She's going to get picked up from a team. She is going to make a roster. It doesn't really matter what team drafts her. I don't believe anybody's going to cut Angel Reese. So she's going to have a guaranteed spot in the WNBA, whether she wants to go this year or next year. I think that, I think we'll see. I think it's very possible that she stays. Very possible that she goes. I hope she stays. Because I do think she needs us a little bit more time. I think she needs a little bit more time to continue to develop. So I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay, so there's some talk about Iowa in the chat. I don't know exactly where it originated from. But Marcus says Iowa was good before Caitlin Clark. The casuals have no idea. I do agree with that. Like, guys, I remember this because I was actually a pretty big fan of hers at the time, and still am. I think she's balling still. Megan Gustafson was, in my opinion, the best player who had ever played at Iowa before Caitlin Clark hit the stands. Megan Gustafson was fun to watch. She was could really get whatever she really wanted in the post. She made Iowa basketball entertaining. She made Iowa basketball competitive. And she went to the WNBA and whatnot. But yeah, when I think of Iowa women's basketball, I think of Megan Gustafson, cause for me, she was the player that I started watching first. So yeah, y'all, if y'all don't know, if you guys are a new Iowa fan, you may not know how great, truly how great Megan Gustafson was. You may not know that back in the day, they had a player named Kathleen Doyle who did her thing as well for oh my goodness, can I talk? And it's not even back in the day. It's like a couple years ago. They had a player named Kathleen Doyle for their team as well. She's from Chicago, so thing to note, from Chicago. She was drafted in the WNBA. I think she's like fizzled out in the W. Like I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her play in the W for a long time. But yeah, so there has been great players. There have been great players for Iowa before Caitlin Clark. Now, since Caitlin Clark, yes, Caitlin Clark is the best, is the 100%, in my opinion, best Iowa women's basketball player now. She has solidified her right as the number one player. But before that, there were other players, most notably Megan Gustafson, that did her thing. So I'm just saying, I am just saying. Montreal, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Montreal said, I'm a Patreon member. Yes, guys, we do have a Patreon. Thank you so much, Montreal, for mentioning that, because I do want to talk about the Patreon real quick. So guys, we do have a Patreon. This is an opportunity for us to get some consistent financial backing on the channel. Guys, for the most part, like I do a lot of streams. I do a lot of videos. You guys may see ads during the streams and videos and whatnot, but like there's not much money at all being made from that. I get several hundreds of thousands of views on my channels, on this channel. And it doesn't really equate to much money at all. Like it's not much in advertising. In sort of, it's called AdSense. It's not much in that for YouTube, unless you have like a financial channel. So for like women's basketball, I guess advertisers don't, I guess, value women's basketball that much. So there's not much income coming in at all from YouTube, just from ads. And so to kind of help support the channel and to help ensure that I'm able to do more stuff with the channel, I do have a Patreon that I started. It just provides an opportunity to like directly support what this channel is doing. It helps to help me upgrade equipment. Like I have lights, I have cameras. I want to upgrade the background of stuff, of my background and whatnot. There's stuff that I would like to do to make this channel more like professional, more fun, and that involves some money, right? Also, I'm starting a merch line, so that actually costs way more money than I expected. It is coming soon in the next 2 weeks. It is coming. So get excited about it. But like, yeah, there's lots of expenses. And having the ability to get direct support from you guys is super, super helpful. That is why I created a Patreon to be able to enable that, because that is direct funding that I'm able to get, that I'm able to rely on each month. So with that being said, shout out to Annette, shout out to LK, shout out to awesome person of the internet, Frank. Thank you to Kyra, Dee in Tennessee. Thank you so much. Charles 19. Thank you. Nolan, thank you. Anthony, thank you so much. Chance, thank you. The W Hoop Club, thank you. And Montreal, who just hopped in as a Patreon member. Thank you so much for your financial support. Now, folks who are a Patreon member, they're going to start getting exclusive content. They're going to get shout outs in all of my videos. We're going to have some like interactive stuff on Patreon where they're going to be able to vote on what they want to do, on what they want to see from us. They're going to be able to just have more of an input and say in what happens on this channel as a Patreon member. So I do want to shout out all those people. Thank you so much for your financial support. I really, really do appreciate it. Adrian says Megan, aka Pancakes Mama Gustafson. Yeah, y'all. Megan Gustafson has like the one of the most beautifulest dogs. I mean, my dogs are the most beautiful dogs in the world, but you know, but Pancake is a good looking dog. Pancake is a good looking dog. What up, JB? Thank you so much for the super chat. JB says, is Patreon an app? Quita, your boy, want to support? Well, I appreciate that, JB. So Patreon, I use it on a desktop. Is it an app? It might be an app. Here, I can check real quick to see if it's an app. It is an app. Yeah, you can get it as an app. Yeah. You can get it as an app, or you can use it on your desktop computer. And it's just a way to financially support. You can pick what it provides monthly support. And again, you guys can cancel Patreon at any time. So if something comes up and you're like, actually I can't do it anymore, no worries. I do have a $5 tier and I have a $10 tier if you all want to support there. Yeah, I do appreciate the support. Chanel says, bruh, I just don't want the WNBA to screw this up on incoming players. The fans will follow, but they have to do a better job of getting the ladies out there and making it more / easily accessible. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you, Chanel. Yes. And I think that's something that the WNBA is working to solve for. Appreciate you, BJ. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, YouTube, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Says you're doing a great job on this channel. Go Hawks. Thank you so much, McKenna. McKenna says heading to Patreon now. Keep up the good work. And JB is downloading it now. Thank you so much. Thank you. AEPS says, I immediately signed up for Patreon yesterday. Looking forward to this next step for you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, guys, it's going to help me do more stuff, bigger and better stuff. Yeah, guys, because I love what we're doing here. Absolutely do. But yeah, I would love as time goes on, I would love to continue to grow this channel and try to do more stuff. Travel a bit, maybe actually physically go to a lot of games instead of just talking about the games after the fact. You know, from the privacy of my own home, actually going to the games, interviewing players, coaches, all that good stuff. That is the hope for this channel. That is the future goal for this channel. But yeah. Thank you so much, Michelle. Michelle said, I just joined Patreon. Thank you. Guys, I do want to give a quick update, guys. As JB says, Texas is running away with it. Texas is winning 55-42. We are in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. All right. Lil says, you know, I'm just getting in the action. We doing Patreon now. Yeah, I started a Patreon over over the weekend. Well, over the weekend. So yesterday, I believe. Yesterday we started a Patreon. It's ability to provide continued support for the channel. But if you all don't want to use Patreon, no worries. If y'all are financially able, if y'all can, super chats are fantastic. But I do remember in the past, like a month or two ago, there were people who said that they couldn't support the channel financially through YouTube. And people, I think there was a couple people who actually specifically suggested Patreon. So I did take your advice. I can't remember exactly who suggested it, but I did take your advice. We are on Patreon. So yeah. But if y'all are not able to financially support, that is okay. I do appreciate the everybody who's been rocking with me, everybody who's posted in the chat, people who have shared one of my videos with a friend. Like, it is not a problem at all. I do know that finances aren't the best for everybody, so no worries if you are not financially able to give. I do appreciate any and all support that you guys have, even if it's just emotional support, even if it's just your prayers. I appreciate it all. I really do. I really, really, really do. All right. Jose, thank you so much for the super chat. Jose says, starting a worst bracket contest. Should I do that? Should I start a worst bracket contest? I think that'd be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun. And then the person who did the worst, maybe they win something. I don't know. I think that can kind of be fun. I'll noodle on it and we'll see what happens. Guys, I do want to make sure you all are up to date on the other games that are happening today. So again, right now we are watching Texas take on Alabama. Right now they are winning 59-45, 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We will have Baylor take on Virginia Tech later today. That game is starting in about 10 minutes. That game starts at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, Baylor versus Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech has the slight edge, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all if I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see Baylor take down Virginia Tech. We also will see Audie Crooks and Iowa State take on Cameron Brink, Kiki Iraofen, and the Stanford Cardinals. That game is at 9 p.m. Central Time. 8 or 9 p.m. Central Time, so I guess that's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. West Coast time or something like that, or East Coast time. 10 p.m. East Coast time. So yeah, Iowa State versus Stanford. That game is going to be on ESPN. The Baylor Virginia Tech game is going to be on ESPN as well. And currently, the Texas Alabama game is on ESPN. So y'all could just watch ESPN for the rest of the day, and y'all will be able to watch all y'all stuff. So we'll see what happens. Adrian, thank you so much for the super chat, Adrian. Adrian says, Quita just joined Patreon. Maybe it will help my bracket. Maybe it'll give you good luck vibes. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll give you good luck vibes. Nolan says, not sure if it's possible, Quita, but a Patreon maybe you can have audio downloads so one could listen to the show while a walk or good idea. Good idea, Nolan. I'll try to do that. I will look into doing that, Nolan. Very, very good idea. Yeah. Let's do it. I will promise to look into that and if it's possible to do that, yes, we will start to do that. Paula says it was a good idea to go to Patreon. All the content creators I know is on Patreon. Yeah, everybody's on Patreon. Everybody's on Patreon. YouTube says go Iowa State. Linda says my bracket is looking pretty good. I lost 4 games in the first round, but second round is looking good. Okay. Yeah, Carmela, you're right. Yes, yeah. I mean, it's a 10-point game now. But I can't see. I don't see Alabama coming back. Yeah, I see Texas. Continuing to pull off this win. But Alabama's fighting. Alabama is fighting. Michael says, I'll jump on Patreon this week. Q, can't wait for your W coverage. WNBA coverage is coming, y'all. We are T minus 2 months from the WNBA season. So y'all, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Katie says, "Go Cyclones! Thanks for the great stream, Quita. Thanks for rocking with me, Katie. Thanks for rocking with me." Goodness Raider says, "What is your Patreon link?" I will find it and drop it in the chat. All right. Okay, just post it in the chat. Miss Drama says, "How can I get Patreon?" You just go to the link. Go to the link that I put in the chat. And then you can join straight from there. Michaela said, "Wouldn't be surprised if Iowa State wins." Well, it's possible. It is absolutely possible. It is absolutely possible. Country says Vic Schaefer 100%. Yeah, Vic Schaefer is great, man. Vic Schaefer is great. Paula says, "You do WNBA too?" Yeah. It. I said I've been so NCAA centric over the last month that a lot of people don't even know that I do WNBA coverage. Yeah, I do a lot of WNBA coverage. So basically the stuff that you see for women's college basketball right now, all the videos, the different live streams, all that stuff, I do the same exact stuff for the WNBA. All right, I do the same exact stuff. So if the WNBA is your thing, or if the WNBA is not your thing, and you okay, this is the year, Caitlin Clark's going into the draft, Cameron Brink's going, there's other players that may be going, Aaliyah Edwards is going. I am going to be a WNBA fan. If that is what you are saying, I'm going to be a WNBA fan. I'm going to pay attention to the WNBA. Well, y'all can rock out with me. And I'm going to keep y'all posted of everything that y'all need to know about the WNBA. Because that's my bread and butter right there. I do a lot of college coverage, but the WNBA, I've been rocking with the WNBA since I was a little kid. I the same amount of random knowledge I know about college, the college game, and what happened, 10 plus, 15 plus years ago. For the college game, I know the same thing about the WNBA. Yeah, WNBA is that's my thing. Michael says Q is known more for W coverage than college. Yeah, I do a lot. Yeah, it's kind of funny how people join in at different periods and they may not know that I do a lot of what coverage I do. So I'm pretty sure when folks started watching this channel during the summer, they probably didn't really know that I did NCAA coverage. And now people who are joining in now, they might not even know that I do WNBA coverage, but I do a lot of WNBA coverage. And I am hoping to increase what I did last year. Because it's about to be a fun season. And if y'all want to know what's going on, y'all want to know who's on teams, y'all want to know the history around these programs, I got you. KG says Aces for the 3P. I mean, it's looking like they could, but I'm gonna say this real quick segue into WNBA. Y'all better watch out for the Seattle Storm. I'm just saying, y'all better watch out for the Seattle Storm next season. They're gonna be good. Yeah, Nneka Ogwumike. We have Skylar Diggins-Smith. We have Jewel Lloyd, who was already on the team. This team is looking good. We also have Phoenix. Watch out for Phoenix. Phoenix got one of the top point guards in the country in Natasha Cloud. They got Clea Copper in a trade from the Chicago Sky. Already got Brittany Griner stayed with the team. You got Diana Taurasi probably on her last season in the WNBA. Like, Phoenix is also going to be a really good team to watch as well. Sophie Cunningham is still with the team, so and they freed up some cap space, so they're going to look good as well. So, and also New York, they didn't get better, but they didn't get worse either. So that's something. But yeah, it's likely Aces for the three-peat, but we gonna see. We gonna see because these teams have gotten better. It has now become a race to figure out how to build a team that can beat the Aces, and I feel like the Seattle Storm has a chance. I do. I really do. KG also says, love listening to the channel. Quita can't wait for the W to start. It's going to be it, y'all. The WNBA is about to be fire. Fire this year. Can't wait. Darius said, I'm watching the WNBA. I got the app to see what games are, what day to. Perfect. Akira says, W coverage over college for me. Yeah, I mean, W coverage is where it's at, man. It's where it's at. Darius also says Madison Booker and Aaliyah Moore are clutch this game. Yeah, and Aaliyah Moore, yeah, I talk a lot. About, and I'm looking at the game in my periphery, so I can't speak specifically to what they're doing right now in this game, but like Aaliyah Moore is such an underrated post player. I've really enjoyed watching her play for Texas. Yes, absolutely. A lot of the attention goes to Madison Booker, rightfully so, because Madison Booker is that girl. She's very good. But y'all, Aaliyah Moore also can do some stuff as well. I mean, she's sort of like a yeah. So yeah, Aaliyah Moore is really good as well. So shout out to her. Vaughn says, are you covering the Women Olympics? I will cover it for women's basketball. I don't have time to sort of cover more than that. My core is women's basketball. I, of course, guys, the game is final. Texas has beaten Alabama 65-54. The game is final. Texas moves on. But yeah, I will cover women's basketball in the Olympics. Women's basketball, I got y'all covered. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what level it is. I will talk about it. Yeah, man, WNBA is fire. The WNBA is fire. Tap in, guys. Tap in. If y'all have not watched the WNBA, this is the year. Michaela says Liberty taking it home. We was beat up when we got to the Aces. But y'all didn't get better though. Everybody else got better this season, in the off season. But y'all didn't get better. So we'll see. Maybe. David said, just join Patreon. Keep up the great work, Quita. Thank you so much, David. I really do appreciate that. And JB said, just officially joined on Patreon. Salute, JB. Just salute. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. I believe said the WNBA runs in the red because no one shows up to games. If they did, the salaries would go up. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So the only way players can get paid is if the WNBA makes money. The WNBA makes money through TV deals, which they are going to be renegotiating their deals soon, their TV deals soon. They make money through TV deals, they make money through merch sales, and they make money through ticket sales. So yes, absolutely. If more folks go to games, if y'all live in Chicago, I highly recommend going to the Chicago Sky game. I will see y'all there. If more people go to games, we will see salaries increase. We will see it. Absolutely. If more people buy merch, We will see. Like there are ways that that players make money, and it's through all those things, right? So yeah. T-Dub says, just joined as well. Quita, name is Trisha over there. Thank you so much, Trisha, for joining the squad on Patreon. And guys, I am going to be asking you all to just sort of let me know the stuff that y'all want to see on Patreon, because I'm new to it. So hey, let me know what y'all want to see, because I want to make it like an added plus. I want to make it like an added plus in terms of not just you financially supporting the channel, but you also like feeling like you're getting value as well. So if there's additional stuff that you all want to see as a Patreon member, let me know, and I will try my best to make that happen. Guys, again, I want to shout out the folks who are rocking with me on Patreon as a member. So thank you so much to Jay Bryan, who just joined. Thank you so much to David. Thank you to Michelle. Thank you to Trisha. Thank you to Adrian. Thank you to Montreal. Thank you to W Hoop Club. Thank you to Chance. Thank you to Anthony. Thank you to Nolan. Thank you to Charles 19. Thank you to Didi in Tennessee. Thank you to Kyra. Thank you to awesome person of the internet, Frank. Thank you to LK. Thank you to Annette. Thank y'all so much. Oh, JB, I get your J Bryan. JB. Thank you. Really do appreciate the support. YouTube says, how far are you from Indy? I have season tickets for the Indiana Fever. I do plan on going to some Indiana games. So I'm in Chicago, so like, what is that? I don't know. What is that, like a 4-hour drive? But I will be going to at least one game, at least one in-person game at Indiana. We'll try to go to more. It's just it'll be kind of difficult, but I will try my best, because if I go to a game, then I have to like figure out lodging, because like the games, it wouldn't make any sense to drive 4 hours there, sit for 2 hours or 3 hours to watch the game, and then drive all the way back. I gotta figure out like accommodations and whatnot. But yeah, I will at least go to one game in Indiana this season. The goal is to go to more than one. Just have to figure out accommodations and stuff. But if I go to a game, I will when I go to the Indiana Fever game, I will let you all know. Maybe we could do some sort of like meetup or something like that in Indianapolis. That'd be fun. Paula says Liberty always selling out. I mean, they've sold out the lower bowl a couple of times. I wouldn't say always, but they have sold out. They have sold out of the lower bowl. I mean, the game is growing. The game is growing. We're getting more people to watch, which is pretty awesome. Lee says, I'm going to the Sparks versus Aces on July 5th. That's awesome, Lee. Let's go. What games are y'all watching for the WNBA? What games are y'all going to in person? My phone says, why are we not acknowledging Indiana? They will have the best scoring backcourt in the league day one. Not to mention them having one of the best young front lines in the league. They're 1 to 2 years away. I mean, yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious that when a lot of people are talking about the WNBA, especially now, especially sort of like newer fans who are watching the WNBA, they're watching because of Indiana. They're gonna watch because of Indiana. They're gonna watch because of Caitlin Clark, who's gonna be the number 1 draft pick. They're gonna watch because, yes, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Nalissa Smith, great young trio right there. You also have Kelsey Mitchell as well. And I know a lot of people want to get on Erica Wheeler, but Erica Wheeler is a veteran presence on the team as well. So this squad, Indiana is going to be good in the future. I don't see Indiana being good right now. Once the season starts, I think they'll have spurts of showing greatness, but for the most part, they won't be very good. But you know, in 2 years, in 3 years, y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out for the Indiana Fever because they're gonna be fun. They're gonna, like I think the combo of Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston is going to be fun to watch because we know that Caitlin loves to have dominant bigs. We've seen her and Monica Sanano. They had a great 1-2 punch last season. Where we've seen her this season with Kate Martin and Hannah Stokey. Can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see Caitlin and Nalissa, Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston do their thing in the upcoming WNBA season. My phone is predicting Indiana will be a semi-final playoff team this year. Wow. I don't think so. But, if that happens, that is phenomenal. I don't think that's going to happen. But, who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Kyra says, if the Orlando Miracle, whoa, you going back in the day. If the Orlando Miracle was still a team, I would be there for a game or two because that's the closest place to me, quick flight. That is you going way back. You going way, way, way back. KG says, when you watch the talent in the W, you'll know why there's not much championship talk concerning Indiana. I'm sure they will be a good team, but not finals good. Yeah, yes. Absolutely agree, KG. Absolutely agree. They're gonna be fun team to watch. Yeah, fun team to watch. But yeah, they're not gonna be. I mean, they may make the playoffs. They may squeeze into the playoffs for this upcoming year, but yeah. What up, Officer Davis? Hope you are doing well today. Good to see you in the chat. Officer Davis says, "Who's winning the bracket challenge, Quita? And are you doing second chance bracket?" There are some people in the chat who said they have like 100% or 90 or 99% for the brackets. So like we got some stiff competition, guys. I already lost. I've been lost because the first round I thought we was going to get some upsets in that first round. We didn't really see that many upsets. I'm just saying. I am saying. Yeah, so will there be a second chance bracket? What do you mean for the second chance bracket? What do you mean? But yeah, we could have a second place winner. Yeah, sure. Guys, I decided that we're gonna have the winner or winners, depending on if it's a tie or not. They're gonna win a shirt, a awesome person of the internet shirt. That is going to be, you guys are gonna see the design like very, very soon. I'm just like working out all the specifics, and I'll be making the shirts myself. So I have to get samples in and all that good stuff. And then I'll start taking pictures of it, and then y'all will be able to see. I'm excited about the design personally. I am personally very, 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 very excited about it. We got a couple of shirts, but yeah, the winner or winners, depending on if it's a tie or not, will get a awesome person of the internet shirt. Officer Davis says ESPN doing a second chance bracket pick start tomorrow. Oh, okay. All right. So I will enter in that, and guys, I recommend you guys do the same exact thing. My bracket's shot, so I'll try for the second chance and see how I fare. I will see how I fare. Tasha says, can't wait for the 2025 WNBA season. A team coming to the Bay. Yes, there is a team coming to the Bay. It is very, very exciting. WNBA is getting more teams. Officer Davis has a 98. Wow. Good picking, Officer Davis. Good picking, man. Like, Officer Officer Davis, man, y'all better watch out for her. She got some good picks. She got she got 98. Woo. Oh man, 98. That is pretty fantastic. Fantastic. Guys, I am hoping y'all are having a fantastic day. This has been a great day of women's basketball. We have seen some great basketball from lots of teams. Thank you so much, Kyra, for handling that. Really appreciate you. Yeah, guys, we've seen some great basketball. We have some more great basketball in store today. This is a great time. This is a great time for us to talk about the game that we love. Guys, I will not be back for another stream today. So I will see you all tomorrow. I will probably do a live stream tomorrow. But also I will do a recap like I did earlier today. I will do a recap of today's games in a official video tomorrow. It'll be out tomorrow morning. But yeah, y'all, we got some more games happening tomorrow. It's going to be very fun to watch. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't have anything else. Guys, I pray that you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Be nice to people. Just have a good time, have a safe time. Watch some women's basketball, and just have a great day. I think in general there's a lot of negativity in the world, and I really appreciate the awesome people of the internet. I think we have built something very special. I think we've built something very positive. Yes, for the women's game, but just also in general. Like, there needs to be more like positivity and awesomeness happening on the internet. That is why we are called the awesome people of the internet. That is our mission. Yes, to bring attention to the women's basketball. Yes, to love women's basketball, but also to just be some fantastic human beings on the internet. And that is what we are. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Guys, watch the Baylor versus Virginia Tech game that is happening right now on ESPN. Baylor is winning 11-8 right now. We are in the first quarter with 5 minutes left to go. Have a fantastic one, guys. Iowa State, Stanford later today. Watch that. It's going to be a really good one. We're going to see Audie Crooks cook. Until next time, guys. Bye.